Hello everybody, I am Samuel15, the Dragon Tamer today, and welcome to PAVA Gamer Talk, where each and every other week or so, we talk about something going on in the gaming world, or do something, a review, or we talk about just my opinions on something, or just something interesting that's going on, or something like that, or or sometimes I just do a plain old rant. But as of late, I've just been doing reviews because I just been able to do a bunch of stuff over the last month or so because Christmas, and I was able to buy a bunch of games and stuff like that. So I have a bunch of stuff to review and whatnot. Yeah. And for those who have never seen anything on my channel before, just let you know, I stutter, I mumble, I go on tangents a lot. So if you're not into that, please leave, and all you'll see is this picture. So if you're not into all that silliness or whatever, please leave. And also, probably saw this video probably maybe doing 10 to 15 minutes. I don't know. I don't do scripts either. I just do it right off the top of my head. It's a little less to review more and be talking about it, but I am reviewing it. So, this is actually the first game I bought for the PS4, and there's a bunch, and I could do a separate review on the PS4 and how I feel about that, and I do like the system for the most part. Anyway, onto the actual game. You put the disc in. It takes a few minutes to download, and then you start playing it. There is an online option, but I'm not able to get online for some reason on my PS4. So yeah, I'm not able to talk about that. So I'm sorry. If you want an opinion about their online multiplayer, I cannot give you one. From what I've seen, and I've seen very little, by the way, it looks pretty meh. But I think the majority of the fun you'll have in this game is in campaign mode. It's solo campaign, and when the story first starts and the game first starts and you select story mode, you immediately are brought back to a little bit of the tutorial, and it shows off where the main character, I forgot his name already. What the hell? I've been playing in a week and I already forget the main character's name. Oh, Talius, I think that's his name. You kind of see from his point of view. He's dead, and he has sort of a backflash of what happened his last hour or so living. He has a son, a wife, and I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but it's not happy. And so yeah, he basically wants revenge. You probably can figure out what happens. And then he's dead. Is brought back to life by the spirit of Mordor or something like that. I can't remember. But and another elf who's cursed along with him. You know, the elf helps him in the shadow realm, or the realm of the spirits. Not 100% sure about that. So yeah, and that's the idea is for him to wander Mordor and to slay these orcs and build an army within Mordor. That's the premise of Mordor, and to find out information so you can slay the Dark Lord's right-hand mans and basically cripple Mordor within. And for those who are wondering where this story within the whole entire Lord of the Rings storyline goes, it falls between The Hobbit and and the first Lord of the Rings movie, so like the Fellowship of the Ring, I think it is. So it falls in somewhere between that. So, and it kind of ties it together a little bit, especially if you watch every single movie. So if you watch every single movie of both The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, you're gonna definitely like this, because this is part of the Lord of the Rings franchise. So, but you don't need to be a Lord of the Rings fan to enjoy this, which is what I like. I have seen some of the movies, but I'm not a big fan of them. I like some of the action scenes, but they're kind of a blur to me. And you don't need to know anything about Shadows of Mordor to enjoy this game. You really do not. There's like You can just play this game and have so much fun without even needing to of all that stuff. It's just pure fun. The gameplay mechanics are great. However, the jumping on the walls and crawling up the walls is not 100% flawless. There is some flaws. It's kind of confusing, and you do need to get a hand of it a little bit. In terms of fighting, it's actually very simple, and there's several quick time events where you just need to be quick on your heaves, push the right buttons at the right times. If you're not really great at this quick time events like me, you'll struggle a little bit, but eventually, if you're a true gamer, you'll find your way eventually, and that's the cool thing. During the whole entire playing, you don't really need to follow the main campaign or the storyline. You do if you want to advance and learn more tricks and stuff like that, but you really don't need to. You can just do what I did and just like run around slaying freaking orcs and just captains and whatnot. Especially in the first map. Spoiler alert, there's only 2 maps, which actually did disappoint me greatly. I was so disappointed when I played the first map and I went into the second map. I'm like, alright, there's definitely gonna be a few more maps after this. There's probably something more to the story. And it felt like there was more to the story as it went on, and I felt like the story was just too short for me. You know? Sure, the main fun is just going around slaying orcs. You don't need a story to enjoy that. In a lot of ways, it's like Grand Theft Auto. You never really need to do the story unless you want to progress and advance a little bit. The story, for the most part, is just kind of a side thing. But if you like stories like I do, you know, it's kind of, the story is just too short for me, you know. I feel like there should be more. I feel like there should have been more maps. I feel like the story should have been a bit longer. I felt it was like a little lackluster to me. The story wasn't the greatest. It didn't need to be a great story. I mean, the story, for what it was good. It was good, but I just felt like there should have been more to it. But that's just me, you know. I personally felt like there should have been more story. A lot of people think that the story was good enough as is, and all that. Especially since like most people didn't really play the story too much, just so they could advance a little bit. And there's tons of replay value to it after you beat the game. There's so much more stuff to do after it. After you control all the, you can finish up what you did and try to control more, mind control more orcs and make all the captains and war chiefs yours, which I'm currently doing in one location. So you can like try to get both of them all completely under your control. Not to mention there's a bunch of power-ups, artifacts, and bunch of cool hidden stuff around all around that you can do as well. There's plenty of cool and fun stuff to do. And Shadows of Mordor is a really good game just to basically fuck around. I'll be blunt with you. It's rated M for mature, so I doubt anyone should be watching under the age of like 17. But I don't think it's not terrible for like a 17-year-old, like a 15-year-old to play, because there is not that much cursing in it. It's just more of the slangs that's just so gruesome about it. I've been playing a lot of it, and I've been playing rated M games since I was 16, so I'm a little desensitized to it by this point. So you can only imagine that I'm kind of used to like all these slaying by now, but I would imagine to like a 12-year-old, you know, these people, you know, he's just slaying these orcs just so gruesomely, just kind of, wow, that's out there. This is a real fun game. The only real downsides I feel like to this game are some of the, I feel like the story was not the greatest. I feel like there should have, I mean, the story was good, I just felt like it was too short. I feel like there should have been more, another map or two. If there was like another one or two maps, I would have been fine with that. But just for like 2 maps, you know, just only 2 maps to have fun in, I don't think that was enough. That's not enough for me personally. I just felt like there should have been more for this game. I paid $60 for a game, and I feel like I was paying like $30 or $40 for a game. Granted, it's really, really good, but I just felt like there should have been more to it. I didn't feel like I was getting my money's worth, you know? I just... That's the way I feel about it, you know? The game is great. I don't really have anything negative to say about it. I like how you can control all these orcs. It's so much fun. And making them kill other orcs and making sure things. And another thing I do not like about this game, I actually really don't like about it, is that, say you're just going around minding your own business, slaying orcs and yada yada yada, and you make one of your orcs try to slay another orc, or you're just dicking around in like a camp, you do something wrong, and all of a sudden you're not paying attention, and one of your captains comes to your aid, and your captain dies. Normally, you would just press the restart button, everything would be fine and dandy. But no, your captain's still dead, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I hate that. I want to restart the game and act like it did not happen. I want to act like my captain did not die. Now, if you press the restart button right when you think your captain is gonna die, your captain will die. Your captain will be fine. That's a good thing. But it automatically autosaves at that exact point where your captain died. I don't like that. I hate that. I really do hate that. It's a bit of a punishment system, I guess, and I can see the point in why there is one. Because you don't just like, oh, I forget to do that. No, the person implemented this system in. And I can see its purpose, like a punishment system, but it was also a reward system as well. So yeah, I didn't like that too much. Another thing, but one of the things I did like is that there's certain like side quests, bunch of side quests by the way. There's like side quests like just randomly pop up everywhere. Anyway, for slaying orcs and doing missions about the orcs, you gain like power, which basically makes it so you can have more upgrades or unlockables, I think. Well, I think power is something else. I can't remember exactly. It's been like a week and a half. I put this off accidentally for a little too long. Anyway, you get to do certain things like where you get to basically killing orcs gains you power, and saving the outcasts and doing outcast missions gives you XP, and same thing along the lines of finding ruins or ethereals. I forgot how you pronounce it. You know what I'm probably talking about, hopefully, if you play the game. You know what I'm talking about when you see it. And I don't know. Like little insignia things. You know, but it's part of like elven history or something like that. And you get the idea. So there's that. Anything else I want to say? I'm back to the story. Like I said, I ramble a lot. The story does give you a few plot twists, and it is good for what it is. To sum everything up, the story was good, but short. And so was I feel like there should have been more to the game. I feel like there might have been more. And also, I feel like the punishment system, where the learning curve is a little steep, and I don't like that too much. The button controls are almost flawless, and I only have one little thing about climbing walls, and that's probably just more of a personal issue than anything else. But other than that, this game is very, very fun, very addicting, and I highly do recommend this game, especially if you do like open world adventure games. If you liked Grand Theft Auto, you'll definitely like this, especially if you're like me and prefer more of a medieval touch to it. And this will be perfect for you, and I like this very much so. So all the things considered, I'm giving this game a rating of that many people might not like, 8.75 out of 10, because I feel like there should have been more to this game. I feel like it was a little too short. I feel like the story was a little too short. Like I said, this game is a great game though. If honestly, if there was been one more map or like a little bit more to the story, I probably would give it like a 9.5 out of 10. Seriously, I really do feel like there should have been more to it. But this game does have a ton of replay value, and I do recommend this game. So I hope you guys like in today's video. Please like, subscribe, all that silly stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.